Between us, Valentine's is my favorite day of the year. A day just for lovers, a day where you can celebrate the gift of companionship, where you can celebrate love, you can celebrate relationships, you can celebrate someone who's really special to you. Oh my God, that's so beautiful to me. And growing up, I lived on the idea of romance. I would watch Defining on repeat. Jubilee had this thing where they would strangers would try to fall in love in like 36 questions. That was me. That was me right there. Oh my God, that the kiss between Nick and Jess on New Girl, bro. I still think about it to this day. Honestly, I still think about it to this day. I spent an obscene amount of time thinking about romance as a kid, thinking about what it would be like to have a girlfriend, thinking about my first kiss, what it like, thinking about going on dates. Oh my God, I spent so much time thinking about all of that, fantasizing about all of that stuff. And I was a bit of a late bloomer, honestly. I was a bit of a late bloomer. I didn't really have the confidence to be out here like that. I didn't have my first girlfriend until I was like 22. I say all that to say I had a very idealistic view of relationships and romance growing up. And as much as that part of me is still burning inside of me somewhere, when I do look back at 15, 19, 21-year-old Hans, wish I could go back and just ask myself one question. Do you really love yourself? Because the whole time I was pursuing love, the whole time I was fantasizing about all of these relationships, I don't think I ever took the chance to really sit and reflect on not even if I love myself, but do I like myself? And I would have made myself really sit with that question because the truth is I didn't really love myself. And the reason why I was pursuing all of these relationships and why I so quickly enjoyed fantasizing about all of these situations is because I was trying to outsource the responsibility of loving myself to someone else. Because deep down, I knew that I was struggling with my self worth. And so, what I wanted someone else to love me first to prove to me that I was worthy of love. I needed that external validation to prove to me that I was worthy of being valued, that I was worthy of decency, because it wasn't coming from inside. Honestly, that's a crazy place to be in. When you do come into a relationship and you are lacking that sense of security in yourself, when you are struggling with your self-worth, you're going to lean for even for my in my experience, honestly, you lean on your partner in ways that are just not healthy. You put so much pressure. There's a burden that's put on them that's not supposed to be there. One of the lessons that love has taught me is that learning to love yourself and believing that you're worthy of love, in spite of all of the baggage that you may bring, is the first weight that you carry in a relationship for your partner. There's a verse in the Bible which says, "Love others as you love yourself." And that's a powerful verse because it gives us the blueprint to how we love other people, but it also reveals what happens when we don't love ourselves, because I can only give you as much as is in me. If I don't love myself, how can I love you to the way that to the best of my ability, but also to the way that you deserve? And so that's why it's so important to learn to love yourself, to fall in love with yourself, because there's a direct correlation from that to how you approach your relationship. And that's not to say it's not a difficult process. It's a very, very difficult process. Falling in love with yourself when you have basically had a front row seat to all of the terrible things that you have done, all of the mistakes that you've made, is really hard. But it doesn't mean that it's not worth it. In the book Big Love, The Power of Living with a Wide Open Heart by author Scott Stable, he has this really interesting quote where he says, "At last he understood that he has always been forgiven and worthy of love, and that no one could take that away from him, that not even he could take that from himself." I really love that quote because there's a weight that we carry, the weight of our mistakes, the weight of our failures, the things that we wish we could change. Having the weight of all of these things made it hard for me to love myself. It made it hard for me to believe that I was worthy of forgiveness. For me, it made every mistake 10 times worse. It made every rejection 10 times worse. When it came to relationships, it led me to seeking that validation from my partner, seeking validation from potential partners. And when I look back, I can see how carrying that weight influenced how I perceived other people, how I approached other people. And so I say all that to say it's not going to be easy. It's not, I don't want to put like Jesus glitter on it and like make it seem like it's going to be easy by tomorrow. But learning to love yourself, learning to believe that you're worthy of love is one of the things that I would really encourage. That taking that journey is the most important thing that you can do for your partner. The journey has ups and downs. It's not easy. The journey is, you're going to have moments where you keep reminding yourself. One of the things I'm struggling with right now is that my inner voice is so negative. My first instinct is to literally belittle myself. My first instinct is to tell myself that I am not worthy, to tell myself that this is the reason why you don't deserve love. And so rebuilding that inner voice is something that I would really encourage everyone to do. Just to start that journey, to keep walking that journey, to ask God to strengthen you along that journey. That's something small that I just really wanted to share, to get out there, to share my reflections this Valentine's. Happy Valentine's to you. If you have a partner, happy Valentine's to you and your incredible partner. If you're single, still have an incredible Valentine's. It's such a beautiful season for love. So let's bask in that and let's um, enjoy that. I think there's still enjoyment in that. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys somewhere, somehow, on one of these channels. Thank you so much for watching. If you get to this point, thank you. All right. Peace.